Verbs are doing words and being words. They're amazing. They tell us what time something is done in, they tell us who is doing it, and they tell us the general mood of the sentence. So after we give a very quick shout out to our sponsors, I'm going to talk you through my favourite top 10 Somali verbs that you need under your belt. That's what's coming up. I'm sure all of you have some sort of dream of becoming fluent in another language and getting to enjoy all of the benefits that it can bring, whether that's work opportunities, opportunities to travel, or if it's like me and you just want a chance to sweet talk the in-laws. But there's a simple fact about learning a new language, and that's that you need real human, real contact time to practice and to drill your new language. You may be able to learn a ton of grammar and language concepts from resources online and books you can get on Amazon, but real fluency demands real human contact. italki is a website and an app which is teeming with supportive teachers, where you can get the guidance that you need tailored to your learning needs. On italki, a whole bunch of people, in fact, over 3 million people, are learning languages to a level of fluency with quality and effective teachers who are also native speakers. As you can see, there are over 100 languages available, including English, Spanish, Italian, Chinese, Russian, and much, much more. Not only does italki have over 5,000 teachers ready and waiting for you, but it's affordable, so you don't need an enormous budget to reach your language learning goals. To get $10 free credit after you buy your first lesson on italki, click the link in the description below. Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is your brother Sam and a very, very warm welcome to another Somali language lesson here on the Sam of Somalia channel. So the first of my top 10 verbs has got to be the verb akhri. Akhri means to read something. And the example that I just wanted to show you is Af hoyo ma akhri karta. It's a little question to you guys. Af hoyo ma akhri karta. So af hoyo is the language of hoyo. Af hoyo ma akhri karta. The ma is a question. Akhri means to read. Karta, are you able to? If you're not sure about the grammar of that, refer back to last lesson about using auxiliary verbs. This karta is the are you able to. So af hoyo ma akhri karta. Are you able to read the mother language, i.e. Somali? Number 2 of my top 10 Somali verbs is the verb qor, meaning to write something. So the example that I wanted to give you is warqad wan qorinaya. Warqad just means a letter in this case. Wan qorinaya. So wan is sort of the pronoun that you use to say that you're talking about yourself. Qorinaya. This is kind of the present continuous of the verb qor, meaning, as I said, to write. So I am writing a letter. Warqad wan qorinaya. Number 3 is the Somali verb isti'mal. You know, this is another word which is shared with the Arabic language as well. In the Arabic language, it has the same meaning. It means to use something. So ista'mala is a verb in Arabic meaning to use. But this word isti'mal, coming from the noun, the Arabic noun, isti'mal, meaning to use. And the example that I wanted to give you is qalin kawan isti'malaya. Qalin ka, you know, the word qalin means a pen, and it's masculine, so we say qalin ka to say the pen. One, I am isti'malaya. I am using. So I am using the pen. Qalin kawan isti'malaya. Number 4 in my top 10 favourite Somali verbs is the verb teg. You know, in the Somali language, there are a few different ways to say go somewhere. You might hear people say ma'adaysa, and they use adaysa. Or you might hear people say usu'da is another way of saying to go somewhere. But I'm going to be talking about the verb teg, which means to go. So this is a sentence that I've practiced a few times, like early after I got married, something that I practiced on my mother-in-law a lot. If she was leaving, I'd say hagge bad tegaysa. Hagge bad tegaysa. Hagge is the way of saying where, if you're asking a question. Bad is you. Tegaysa, where are you going? Hagge bad tegaysa. And her response would often be shaqo, or something, just work, shaqo. Number 5 in my top 10 Somali verbs is the verb u'un, meaning to eat something. So the example just to share with you is manta mahada antay. This manta, it means today. So you can put that at the beginning, or sometimes it fits best at the end in Somali, but very, very rarely does it go in the middle. So you could say, manta mahada antay, what did you eat today? Or mahada antay manta. The manta, the today, could go at the beginning or at the end. So what did you eat today? Manta mahada antay. The 6th verb that I wanted to share with you is the verb a'ab, meaning to drink. I have heard that some Somalis use the verb sharab to drink, but in this lesson we're just going to focus on a'ab. So the example that I wanted to share with you is a'anaha ma'abaysa. A'anaha, a lot of you might know that the word a'ano means milk. A'anaha is the way of making it definite, to say the milk. Ma'abaysa, did you drink? Did you drink the milk? A'anaha ma'abaysa. Or you could supplement the word a'anaha to be biyaha. Biyaha ma'abaysa, did you drink the water? Number 7 in my top 10 list of Somali favourite verbs is the verb huddle, or really we should say ku huddle. The verb huddle, meaning to speak, really is almost always used with the preposition before it ku. Ku huddle means to speak something. So the example that I wanted to share with you is Lo qadda Ispanishka maku hadasha. Lo qadda is a language. Often we say af to mean a language, but actually the af is a mouth. It's a little bit like in some languages how we say, you speak a tongue. In Somalia you speak the Somali mouth. You speak the Afka Somaliga. But in this case we're using the actual word for a language. Lo qadda. Lo qadda Ispanishka. In my last video I asked you guys how to say Spanish because I wasn't sure how to say Spanish in Somali. So Lo qadda Ispanishka maku hadasha. It's a question. It's saying ma ku hadasha. Do you speak the Spanish language? You could say Afka Ispanishka. Afka Ispanishka maku hadasha. But in this case we're saying Lo qadda Ispanishka maku hadasha. Verb number 8 for the day is the verb qasl, meaning to laugh. And the example that I wanted to share with you is miyay igu qaslan. Miyay igu qaslan. And the reason for this is because this word miyay at the beginning is a question word, but it's only really for yes or no questions. This igu is actually a corruption of iku, and then we put them together to make igu, because it's, when you say iku, it ends up when you say it quickly as being igu, so the spelling just changes. So igu qaslan. So igu qaslan. So miyay is them, third person plural. Are they to me ku qaslan? Are they laughing at me? And the answer, if you're trying to speak Somali to people and you're a beginner like me, the answer is probably yes. Miyay igu qaslan. Verb number 9 for the day is a very, very common verb, and it is the verb sheeg, meaning to say something. And the example that I want to share with you is wanku sheegaya. Wanku sheegaya. Wan ku, I to you am sheegaya. I'm telling you, wanku sheegaya. I hear this in my in-laws' house all the time. So for the verb sheeg, meaning to say, wanku sheegaya. Or the imperative is just to say sheeg. If I tell you to tell him, I'd say usheg, to tell him. Usheg, tell him. Verb number 10 in this list, and unfortunately this is all we have time for in this video, is the verb semain. The verb semain means to do something. And when I was working at Dugsi, I found it very, very useful to be able to say, maha semaine sir. What are you doing? Maha semaine sir. Because the kids are usually messing around in the Dugsi, right? So to say maha semaine sir, what are you doing? Yeah, mahad is this question again, but it's different to miu. We talked about miyay, meaning to be like a yes or no question. But mahad, when there's this ha in it, this mahad isn't yes or no questions. It's asking for more of an answer than yes or no. Mahad samenesa, and they might say something like, I don't know what they'd say, right? They might say qalin kawan isti'malaya. They might say I'm using the pen. Just to recycle one of the sentences that we used earlier. So anyway, that's everything from this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like me to do any other sentences videos, you have any other Somali language videos you'd like me to cover, or any questions at all, then stick them in the comment section below, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. If you enjoyed this video, and I really hope you did, then don't forget to like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.